Energy cannot be created or destroyed, but it can change form. Sir Isaac Newton. What's up, everybody? This your boy Mike coming to you with another episode of Reality Warpers. And today I want to talk to you about another form of energy. In one of my recent videos, I spoke about different forms of energy, and I had like about five of them up there. But there's other forms of energy that I did not name, and one of the most important forms of energy, if not the most important form of energy, is sexual energy. All right. Today, I'm coming to talk to you about sexual transmutation. Now, this is used in a lot of different names. Is used for a lot of different purposes. But the most important that it can be used for is creation. All right. Now, whether that's creating a child, or creating a business, or creating, an invention, or whatever. But that power comes from the sexual energy that you possess into you. um, just looking at other YouTube videos and listening to audio books and stuff, and one of the audio books that I was listening to is called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And in the book, the quote said, sex transmutation is the most powerful tool in existence when it comes to creation, invention, accomplishment, creativity, advancement, and achievement. Now, when you think about sex, the first thing you initially think about as humans is procreation, or making a child, making a baby. All right, that is one form of energy that it can be transmutated into. Okay, now the problem with that is that a lot of us, like I said on previous videos, aren't in the right mindset to harness what we create when it comes down to, putting our energy into a child. So I said, make sure that you have all of your energy in the right places because of hereditary purposes, and when that child comes, you being able to transfer information properly to that child, and et cetera, et cetera. Having the proper environment for that child, for the mind of that child to function properly, just all kinds of different stuff, or whatever. But when you are not teaching, or when you are not having a child with it, we are overusing it in sex. Now, a lot of us use it as what you call it, like chastity, or something like that. It's like where they like chastity bracelets or something like that. They will have in like the new age, where celibacy, that kind of thing. Where it's like they have like a little a promise to themselves where they're not gonna have sex for X amount of time and all of that. The problem with that is you're just holding that energy in, and they're not explaining to you what to do with that sexual energy that you're harnessing. All right. Another one is called semen retention for men. If you ever looked up a video or seen a video speaking about semen retention, this is basically the same thing. That's basically what this is like semen retention. But what do you do with that semen retention is the question. Because if you just hold it inside of you, that's where the problems occur, because you have like, it's so much pressure built on the inside of you. This is where your hobbies, the things that you love to do, come into play. You have to find out who you are and what you love to do, because that energy that you are holding inside of you, that sexual energy that you are holding inside of you, can amp those hobbies, those ideas to a completely different level if you harness it the proper way. Okay? Now, I'm not saying don't have sex and, all that kind of stuff. I'm saying too much of anything is a bad thing. Okay? Too much sexual activities, meaning you going out and having multiple sex partners and having sex multiple times a day, masturbating, all of that kind of stuff. And if you just sit and you just look at the end of the week and you just look at how much energy you released throughout that week, and then you go and you say, okay, well, times that by 4 for a whole month. Now look at how much energy you just stayed throwing out. Now times whatever that number is by 12 for the year. You get what I'm saying? Now, a man have the ability to ejaculate over 6,000 times. Think about how much energy that is, and if you was able to, instead of ejaculate that many times, as far as using it for sexual pleasures or desires or something like that, you change that, and anytime you have a sexual urge or a sexual desire, and you're not about to indulge in someone that you really care about, someone that you really see yourself being with, someone that reciprocate the energy that you give back, that you give to them. They reciprocate that energy good back into you. If you're not doing that, then you need to once again go back to your hobbies. If you write a book, if you like to draw, if you like to dance, if you like to make YouTube videos, if you like to work out, whatever you like to do, when you feel those sexual urges come, divert your energy into that one of those hobbies, and that's how you grow and become a better version of yourself, spiritually, mentally, and physically. Because one, you're not giving your energy to people that doesn't deserve your energy, or things that doesn't deserve your energy, right? Okay, so if you really think about it, when a guy ejaculates, think about the way you feel after that ejaculation. It's like you're tired, you want to rest, you're sleepy, and most times that's what you do afterwards. After a certain amount of times or whatever, you fall asleep. Okay, that's basically an energy depletion. You're a battery, and now that battery have to charge. Now the problem is, while this battery is charging, is using so much extra energy to recharge this battery. So when it's recharging that battery or using so much extra energy into recharging this battery, it's not functioning on the best of its abilities in the other aspects of where it's supposed to charge or regenerate or reheal. You feel me? So now, while it's regenerating your sperm, your sexual energy, and you really have to look at your sperm as not just sperm. You have to look at it as this is a substance that have the power to create life. Look at how big that is. And the reason why a lot of us can't get to that next level is because we always think in the box. We don't think outside of that box. Think outside of the box when it comes to your spiritual energy, your sperm. This substance have the power to literally create a whole human person. And this human person can actually do things that may change the entire world, bro. Now, look at the importance of your sperm. Now look at back, how many times you done, released it for stupid reasons that you should have saved. Or and then even people that play sports, how many times your coach tell you before a game, don't have sex, don't go outside, don't deal with, don't be around no girls, don't be out there messing with them girls and stuff. Like my football coach used to tell us that all the time, bro. Do not have sex before a game. Mike Tyson said that he went 5 years no sex, only training. Look at how dominant Mike Tyson was. It wasn't he got the best genes and he the strongest boxer ever. It wasn't that. He wasn't the fastest boxer ever. But it was something that he conserved on the inside of him. And he's not the only boxer. He's not the only fighter. He's not the only athlete, period, that practice this practice of sexual transmutation. That's what it's called, sexual transmutation. And that's where you transfer your sexual energy into something more positive than just sex. So again, you have to figure out who you are. One, like, what do you like to do? If all you do is go to work and you come home and you eat and you watch a little bit of TV, you go to sleep and you do it all over again, bro, that's not you. You have a high sexual drive for a reason. You always thinking about sex, like, and we look down on people with those high sex drives because of the way they use it, the way they overuse it and abuse it. So by changing the way we use it into something positive, that's how not only we can change our reality, but we can change other people's realities as well. I spoke about a book, Outwitting the Devil, once before in my videos, and believe me, the more you look at these videos, you gonna hear about that book a lot, because like I said, that's probably one of the most important books anybody in the world, bro. Like, it don't matter what part of the world you in, what part of the world you own. You can be in Atlanta, the Antarctic, the desert. Like, it doesn't matter, bro. Like, this book is something that everybody at some point in time in their life need to read. I share the links and stuff in my videos, bro. Click on the link and just listen. Sit down and listen instead of sitting down and just bumping to some good music for an hour or two or whatever, bro. Just listen to the hour. I mean, just listen to the book. The book like 3 hours long. Take an hour out of your day for 3 days and listen to the book, bruh. Just listen to the book. But I'm gonna read you a quote that the devil said in the book, because the book is about it's by Napoleon Hill, and the guy that's in the book, I'm guessing it's Napoleon or whatever, but he's interviewing the devil, and he's asking the devil different questions, and the devil have to answer those questions in detail, right? So he's explaining why he do certain things, he's explaining how he do certain things, he's explaining tools that he used to do certain things, and the things that he's doing is how he's controlling you. That's it. He's explaining how he controlled the human race, or 98% of the human race is what he said, because he said there's 2% of the human race that he can't control. Now, what that sound like? You're right. The 98% and the 2% that can control all the riches of the world, all the money of the world. Read the book. All right. So, the quote says, if humans were to control their sex desires and transmute them into a driving force with which to carry on their occupations, that is, if they spend their work one half the time they dissipate in pursuit of sex, they will never know poverty. You will never know poverty if you just focus on something other than sex. So if you do your research, I'm gonna drop a link in the description of the two books that I dropped. That was Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill and Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. And they go a little bit more into detail with sexual transmutation and how it benefits you and what you should do with it. But at the same time, bro, like this is all about you finding your purpose. You cannot find your purpose if every little extra, moment you have on the side of not working or whatever, you spending it on trying to fulfill your dopamine hits, like you gotta like kill the dopamine hits for a little bit, bro. Like it if you focus on your growth right now in younger ages, when you are in a older part of your life, you don't have to deal with the poverty stricken moments. You ain't got to worry about well, where you gonna get money from if a disability or something like that happen, or if you retire and you run out of retirement savings. You ain't got to worry about all of that, bro, if you just really focus on. And I know that may be a long term kind of thing for a lot of us, but at the same time, it's coming. So what you gonna do when that time comes? Like, you gonna be like, oh well, I'll just figure it out then, bro? No, bro. Like, you can sacrifice a year or two of fun, bro. You can sacrifice a year or two of partying just to get your mind right, to get your finances right, and to get your spiritual life right. Because your spiritual life is a direct reflection of your physical life. Everything is connected. Your spirit, your mind, and your body. Everything is connected. And if there's a disconnect anywhere in between there, bro. Like there is going to show in your spirit, in your physical life somewhere, whether it's your health, whether it's your finances, whether it's your willpower to do anything outside of the norm, just anything, bro. Like you just can't think, you can't focus. You continue to easily get sucked in by different people negative energy, just whatever, bro. And a lot of that comes by you aligning your chakras, and that's gonna be another video, of course, because that's a very deep subject, and that's probably gonna be a 7-part video because there's 7 different chakras in your body, well, 7 main chakras in your body. And each one of those are so important that each one of them probably deserve their own specific video. So that's probably going to be a 7-part video. But the sexual energy is dealing with your root chakra. If you don't know how to be grounded, if you don't know how to have the foundation of your house, because the root chakra is the foundation of the other 7 chakras. If the foundation isn't sturdy, if it isn't grounded, then it's gonna wobble everywhere, and eventually, depending on how high you go up, eventually it's gonna fall. You're gonna crumble. And not being able to control your sexual urges definitely will be a problem when you get to higher levels, especially financially, and you can't control your sexual urges. Just think about how many different, problems can occur. I ain't finna sit here and just name out different, examples or whatever. But just think about how many, problems you can get into if you had $1 million or something, but you can control your sexual urges. Just think about that, you know. So, this have been another awesome episode, of Reality Warpers. Listen, guys, I don't just share these videos for my help, bro. Like, I mean, I know you make money from making YouTube videos and stuff, but as of right now, of course, I'm not making no money from these videos. I'm really just trying to, you know, give wisdom and information to guys that's gonna hold some substance. A lot of us complain about the path that black people and black males and stuff are on, but we never come up with solution to the problems, or we never really take heed to the problems, because the people that speak to us about these problems aren't really very relatable, you know. So this a young guy coming speaking to some young guys and just telling y'all, yo, my boy, I done, experienced life a little bit. And a lot of people don't know everything that I've been through in life, and I'm not saying that my life is so much worse than somebody else, but listen, man, like, it's certain things that you go through in life, and you have to learn from those lessons. If you do not learn from those lessons, my boy, listen, you gonna really go through a lot of stuff, man. You're gonna really go through a lot, and the worst you have, like, life have to be, that's just how hard-headed you is, man. You avoiding something. You avoiding paying attention to something, bruh. All right? And by harnessing your sexual energy, that can really help solve a lot of problems. That's one energy that you really have to be super duper protective of, but it's something that a lot of us, because the media, just flunge and flop everywhere. It's so easy to connect with somebody, Tinder and Facebook and Plenty of Fish and all kinds of different little websites and stuff, little sneaky link websites and stuff. Like, it's so easy, and we just look at the quick dopamine hit that we get from that, but we don't look at the consequences that come from it. You sharing your energy with somebody that don't deserve it, and you losing the energy to do something creative, with that strong sexual desire you have. If you have a strong sexual desire, do not feel bad. Like, you should not feel bad. Don't. We all know that the media be full of BS. Like, come on, bro. Like, you can't just listen to the media and not do your research on things, bro. Having a high sex drive is not a bad thing. It just means you are a very powerful creator. This has been another episode of Reality Warpers. Y'all join me for my next episode.